to the last minute of practice, if anybody can go get into that technique zone. Time to get this one. Simon Trent's only in third tonight. Even fourth with Lama. Ooh!
GT Sports Break has a good time in there, to be fair. Sort of a few laps ago did a 1:39.7.
Right.
That's seeming to be, yeah, I think if you can get a sub 140, that's seeming to be a fast lap. Lama seems like he's going to really enjoy this week. Yeah.
He said he was up to 100 laps the other night.
100 laps practice the other night, that's good. He just commented that he'll pit just in case. Everybody ready?
I think he's playing with us.
let's not have,
everybody's signed in.
Yeah, let's not have the same as we had last week, eh?
Cropper's going to be out first.
Don't know, I'm looking at the wrong person. With Gavin first out.
He is.
Oh, okay, it doesn't give you the standings until you put a time in, so...
It's number 2, number 1.
There we go, he's gone number 1 now. I was following GT Sports Street, but he was way back in the pit.
Yes, certainly people have spent some time setting the cars up for this one. More out of this. It's a home race for people.
It is. The big one this week.
Slide up needs hoping for a good result because it's one of his favourite tracks.
It's what, to be truthful, I think it's one of my favourite tracks as well. I'd love to.
Have you learnt all the names of all the corners?
I have learned all the names of all the corners, yeah.
Simon Trent got right everything you know. Trying to set himself into the front of the pack. Simon's off wide on his first flying lap. Slipstream.
So if we've got a 1:45, 1:40 lap time, we should be able to get in, what's that, 3 fast laps?
One, you'd have to be at the front and be very fast to get to the end. You're going to come round at about 3 minutes, just over 3 minutes.
Oh, is it a 3-minute or a 5-minute qualifier this week?
5.
Slider Pete sets the fastest first flying lap, so let's see what Simon Trent can say about it. He really wants to be up at the top for this because we know he's got the pace in it, but it's whether or not he can capitalise on it. Last thing he's going to want is to be sort of middle of the pack on such a busy track. He's going to really struggle to make them times up. He has just done a purple first sector. Slider Pete's first time was a 140.38, which is a good time. He's down nearly 2/10 on his first sector though, so... Simon Trent is also up 2.5 tenths. Simon Trent with a half-second penalty. That is not going to help.
That must be near the end of the lap.
Which is not going to help his time. Simon Trent is done. That's it. He's done a 140.3. That is left wide open. GT Sports Freak goes first. Lama fourth. So there you go, you've got your top 4.
I don't think anybody's going to come in there and sneak inside that.
No. That's a surprising top 4. I didn't expect that. GT Sports Freak has pulled it out of the bag with a 140.2. It's a shame for Lama because he did a 139 dead pretty much in practice. What's his fast time? A 140.5.
He got held up a lot in traffic on his first lap and had to back out of his first lap, so we had some space for a second lap. So didn't have one in the back.
It's a shame for him.
Right, so GT Sports Freak on pole with a nice side of the grid. Pole is on the prime side for the first corner on this track.
Did you want to take the back half of the pack and I'll take the front again?
I certainly can.
Be interesting to see if anybody crashes going into Paddock Hill Bend coming off into the gravel. What do we reckon then? So Slider Pete is on the side of the track for the fastest line. GT Sports Freak is on the inside, so he's got the worst line probably. He's got a great start. Slider Pete hasn't got a great start. He's lost a position. Simon Trent's in the inside. GT Sports Freak enters first and comes out first. Nice and tidy. I don't think anyone's gone off.
Everybody's made it through.
GT Sport. Lama's done GT Sports Freak already. Slider Pete's gone from 2nd to 4th straight off the bat. GT Sports Freak got a nice clean start. We have a nice clean group. Hey, that was good. That no dramas off the first corner, first couple of corners. Simon Trent going wide, so he can cut it back in maybe. Lama with good drive out. Oh, there's still half a lap to go yet. Seemed to be the way. Were you saying? Oh. GT Sports Freak's gone wide, that's left the door open for Simon Trent.
Oh, he's on his...
He is right on him. He has got a penalty, GT Sports Freak, for running off the track limit. Doing well to keep Simon Trent at bay, to be truthful. Ooh, little clip of the grass on the exit. Simon Trent is next to him.
Last corner.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens going through. Simon Trent on the outside. Lama's got great drive. He's going to do him on the cutback, yeah. Can he do him on the inside down at the first corner? He's got a great line. Simon Trent goes through and keeps first place. Lama Lama makes the move and he's now in second. Slider Pete just sticking with, and then we've got the Gaz9 in fifth at the head of the second pack.
7th, 8th, 9th, all having very close coming in through his.
We've got a big bunch of cars there in like pack 2 if you like. Sonic doing well up in 8. We've got over half a second now. There's a very clear gap between pack 1 and pack 2 of just over 4 seconds. Looks like Gaz9 is slightly pulling away from Craig as well, got just over half a second on him. And then towards the back of the pack we've got Busby all on his own, Felix Brownfurter following suit, just about 2 seconds behind. Ooh. He's not kept in a straight line, he has gone. He's managed to do a full 360 and kept going. Not lost much time. Lost about a second, which is quite good.
All 4 back through paddock all the time.
Ooh, Lama Lama looking like he's going to try and make a move on the outside. It's ballsy. Doing on the cutback. Lama Lama got his hazards on for some reason. Not sure if he knows. I mean, what steering wheel is Lama using? Is he using a G29? I find I'm always catching my indicator and hazard buttons for some reason. I need to map them out so I'm not pressing them all the time. They're very easy to press, and you don't know that you've pressed them because you're concentrating on racing. Yeah, that's it. Lama Lama with the fastest lap so far. Maybe it's the hazards giving him the extra pace. That's it. Everyone loves flashing lights.
Slider Pete and GT Sports are going to be having their own battle for the rest of the race.
It looks like Simon Trent and Lama Lama are going to be on their own. Yeah, Slider Pete taking a little bit too much grass in the exit there.
They're breaking away from 7th and 8th. They're 2 car back into this race.
That's it. Guys, oh! Thought Craig was going to try and make a move on him down the inside there. He was a little bit too far back as it turns out. He looked interested as he came into the corner, and now he's compromised, giving himself half a second, sorry, 0.2 of a second deficit. Gaz9 in a little bit wide. Craig with good run. We go back to nothing happening at the front. I suppose Simon and Lama Lama just steady away now, pulling away from the rest of the pack. GT Sports Freak and Lama Lama and Slider Pete, sorry, will be having, like you say, the rest of this race will probably just be a battle between who can pinch 3rd place now. Interesting to see whether Lama Lama can make a move on Simon Trent. Is he just biding his time, do we reckon? We know he's got a pace to do the fastest laps in. He's currently lapping faster than anybody else.
Three seconds between 2nd and 3rd place now.
That's it. Blimey. It's clear to see where the pace is at the start of the race.
Another one of those tracks that once you get into the flow of it,
That's
it's
it.
just a little bit of battling on every corner, so it's chopping up the tail.
Very quick to get caught up in battling.
Just starting to spread apart, maybe a second apart.
Simon getting into the stride now with the fastest lap as well. So it looks like he's probably going to pull away, unless Lama Lama can do anything. Simon Trent has just done another fastest lap at 1:39.1. That's fast.
So we might even see 1:38 tonight then.
Ooh, Felix Branford going up again. Back of the pack. And again. Is Felix Brown one of the people that are potentially struggling to come to terms with Brands Act? Is it not something he gelled with perhaps?
He hasn't done so bad in practice, he was quite happy with it. Maybe just had one of those moments.
I mean, his fastest laps are 1:43.9, which, based on some of the other people in the pack, it wasn't miles off the pace. It's a faster lap than Busby and on the money with MR2 Adam.
Side by side in 7th and 8th. Oh, goes to crazy 95 up the back straight. Into half on.
Yeah.
5 minutes left. 4 seconds second position of gas.
Lama Lama and Simon Trent still just comfortably at 6/10 between them. Oh dear. And then well over 5 seconds now between GT Sports Freak and Lama Lama. Second and third. GT Sports Freak looking like he's pulled away in order to secure third place. Slider Pete good, just over a second behind now. As GT Sports Freak puts in his best lap, best personal first sector as well.
Crazy 95 is going to look for a movement through it, is he? Just till the 7th.
Getting on for third. Yeah, GT Sports Freak now. Oh.
Lama's closing the gap on Simon.
Oh, GT Sports Freak had a big moment.
Yeah, he was just closing that gap, wasn't
I was going to say, yeah.
Going to make a move for the first corner, I think.
He is. Oh, he's nudged him, he's nudged him. He's nudged him. Simon Trent is off in the gravel. He's nudged him into the gravel. Llama Llama has slowed down. He's given him the play. Oh no, GT Sports Freak. Let's see if we can.
Yeah, no,
Llama Llama has lost. He's let Simon Trent take the position back, but Slider Pete and GT Sports Freak have capitalised on that mistake. See if we can get far enough back. I'm not sure we can. Left it a bit late, but he nudged him. He nudged Simon Trent going into the Paddock Hill bend. Just a little tap, that was all it needed under braking. That is a big upset and such a shame. GT Sports Freak will be happy.
The win for him and Slider Pete first, or second time on the podium. Third, it's a pretty good lead.
Llama Llama's going to try and do Simon Trent again. Got a little bit too close, he had to back off a bit.
Yeah.
Got 2 more laps to go probably, have we? Or 1 more. 2 more.
Definitely 1 more where we are on 10. They might squeeze one in. Front 4 might squeeze 1 last lap in. 2 more laps. Yes, 1 more. Yeah, Llama had to pull over and wait to gain position from
A nudge.
We'll get penalised at the end of the race. He would have ended up back in second or place beside him.
Yeah, there was about a second between Llama Llama and GT Sports Freak anyway. Oh, Simon Trent's looking like he's going to try and make a move. Going on the outside, he's going to get him on the cutback. A little bit of contact. He's all over him. Simon Trent is looking for. Oh, he's going to get him on the inside. Much smoother line. Oh, and he's made it stick. It's... Oh, Llama Llama's let it go. Oh, is he going to keep it? He's not got anything to lose, Llama Llama. He's 13 seconds clear of Craig Rev 1, so just a case of who can. Let's see if he can hunt down GT Sports Freak.
30 seconds
No, this is going to be the finish. What we're at lap 9, so 9 laps is what we're seeing. Simon might be a bit disappointed to go from not quite managing to keep his first place, get another victory under the belt, but overall he's done well to claw back. Yeah, still he did well to make a move on Slider Pete just at the end.
Third over the line, Llama.
See how 5th comfortably for Craig, 6th. Everywhere else seems to be pretty spread out now. A few seconds between everybody. Yeah. Oh, Busby and MR2 Adam going at it. I think Busby's going to seal it now. Looked like MR2 Adam was going to try and pip him.
Everybody's got onto the final lap this time.
Busby sealed 10th. MR2 Adam in 11th. And Felix Branfoto bringing home the pack in 12th.
There we go, pretty incident free there.
Oh yeah, incident free until the last lap. Surprising that it took so long to get an incident, but wasn't a bad first race. Nice and pretty clean, all told.
Yeah. GT Sports Freak will be happy with that one.
You will. See what Simon Trent has to say about Lama Lama's nudge. I mean, Lama Lama obviously gave Simon Trent the spot back. It's not like he did him dirty and then disappeared. Obviously Simon probably won't be happy with it, although every time someone seems to nudge him he's been very humble about it so far. Never seems to have any gripes about it. Robin's racing, at the end of the day these things happen.
Yeah, we've all got to accept sometimes we just didn't quite have it to hold it there, so...
Lama Lama was all over Simon Trent that last lap as well, to be fair, up until that incident.
Just see if I can invite here. See if I can invite background suggestions. So, nice. That was first race of the night.
Pretty steady away. I think we were right to assume that overtaking was going to be a difficult art around Brands Hatch. I think there was nowhere really that anybody looked like an overtake was easy, if you like. I think every overtake was well calculated and well thought out. It didn't look to be that anybody was faster or slower around any particular sector of the track. Just a little bit unfortunate between Lama Lama and Simon Trent, but there you go. Other than that, I think everything was pretty clean. No real drama all throughout.
Yeah, some good racing, some good clean racing there.
And qualifying, but the way it goes.
That's it. Glossonic has come back out. I'm going to give my qualifying predictions, my top three. I'm going to say Simon Trent takes pole, Glossonic, and then Slider Pete is my top three.
Okay.
That's my assumption. I think Slider Pete might be a dark horse. He might end up coming top. He did really well in his qualifying in his first race. So I don't know where Matt's going to finish. He might come 4th or 5th. I'm not sure. He might sneak up into 2nd. It all depends on how good your fast lap is on that one lap, I suppose. But that's my proposed top three. What were you expecting?
I think it would be, well, looking at his practice times right now, Glossonic's been pretty quick. Seems like he's improved a lot, and I think in previous races he's done well. He was leading in Monza before he was having technical difficulties. Right now he's 7/10ths back on Slider Pete, so I'd probably have to give his spot to Slider Pete. But otherwise, I agree.
I think Craig's right on there as well. There's only 200ths of a second off Glossonic, so he might sneak in as well at some point. So I think it's going to be really interesting. I think it's going to be a case of the top 4 or 5 should be really close again. They all seem to be in and around the same sort of time, other than Simon, who seems to be, I mean, he's a good 7/10ths in front of everybody else at the minute, but it depends who gets out the pits first. As to if Simon is first out and does a fast first lap, he's obviously got a clear run. Matt last week changed his strategy up in his second race and let everybody else pass, and then he had a clear run like you did for your second lap in your first race. It's interesting to see how people manage their strategy, obviously, for qualifying, only getting 2 laps in.
My suggestion, don't wait.
Don't wait, just get out and get
Just put one in the bank.
Mm-hmm.
Try to get a decent, clean 1 lap in.
Unless obviously you end up like you did, and then you had your lap basically stopped for you, I think.
Yeah, I guess in my case it wasn't all too bad, considering a relatively lucky first lap.
Yeah.
But I think it's way too risky to really try that kind of gamble all in one in a track that you can't really pass, and you need a solid rhythm.
That's it.
Looks like Renegade Spud having
technical difficulties by the looks of it.
Yeah.
It's a shame. It's a good job that he's made it clear from the start, because obviously you didn't want to end up like yourself last week and just not end up in the lobby when it starts. Because once it starts, that's it. There's no going back. There's no cancelling it.
Would be nice to get in at least in the back of the pack if it was qualifying.
Unfortunately, I think once you've started once qualifying's been started, I don't think anybody else can join the lobby. Or I think you can join the lobby, but you might not be able to join the actual race action. So,
looks like Renegade Spud is
sorted now.
Stuff all sorted out. Yeah.
Yeah. That should mean that we've got. We might end up just about on time as well. There you go. 10-second start for qualifying.
No one knock out Simon. We don't, he doesn't need it anymore. I think he's had enough abuse.
Yeah, that's 3 weeks in a row, isn't it now?
I have to give him a hard time just because he's always right there with me, but yeah, I feel bad for him.
I was going to say, yeah, every now and then it's just unfortunate if it happens. Obviously, Robin is racing, and I think you've fallen victim to it in the first race at Tsukuba as well, but if it's 3 weeks in a row, he's clearly like he's got a target painted on his back, unfortunately.
Oh yeah. He's always fighting his position as well. Just unfortunately gets in a tangle. MR2 M Racing with a clean getaway. First out the gates.
He is. I reckon he's going to try and go as fast as he can and not worry about sharing positions. He's just going to, like you suggested, get out, do a clean lap, and then go from there. Simon, I think, is all. He's got Gaz9 in front of him, but I think Gaz9 is similar sort of pace. Second off, half second off maybe. And then Glosnick behind Simon. Slider Pete's in a good position to. He's got good clean run.
MR2 Racing had a really good section 3. Only went into the 14. Looks like MR2 Racing getting into a good rhythm.
See if he can break the 140 barrier, because he didn't manage it in practice today. I don't know how he was getting on in practice in the rest of the week.
Matt was saying he was having some problems with consistency, just trying to get into a good rhythm. So we'll see how this first few laps treats him.
We'll ride on board with him, see how he gets on.
So far, Matt with the fastest first lap with the 146.2, followed by Simon Trent with the 146.3.
Everybody seems to be pretty spaced out now, which is good. Simon's got a good clear run. I think Slider Pete's just about far enough in front of him to not cause any problems. Simon has actually overtaken the Gaz9. I don't know when he did that, because obviously that's going to help him. Is Glosnick going to get stuck behind the Gaz9 in terms of lap times? Good gap between them, he should be alright.
Yeah, fortunately they're all spaced out pretty good, so that should be
nice and clean.
Good news for everyone's. Yep.
The worst thing is if you know you've got someone right up. Oh, Matt going a little bit wide. Matt kept his momentum. The worst thing is when you've got someone behind you. He had a really good
section.
And you're worried about battling, and your lines are different if someone's behind you. You feel like you're under more pressure. Ooh, slightly
like
sloppy exit.
Really good. The faster section 3, section 4.
Let's see what lap time he puts in first. I'm thinking mid 140s. Yeah, low 141. It's a good first lap time. Simon Trent
with a 140.2.
Simon Trent with a 139.4. Straight in on pole. Ooh, Slider Pete span out on his second lap. That looks like that's his qualifying over. That's unfortunate, yeah. Let's see how Glosnick's getting on. Felix Brown-Photo with a good qualifying time of 1:42.9. Puts him up into 7th. It's a good lap time for him. S2 Dog doing well, up in 5th. So my prediction as to who's going to end up where for qualifying is already wrong, because Slider Pete cannot better his time because he spun out. Simon Trent on pole is likely to stay as it is. I don't think anyone's close to that yet. It's just as Glosnick can knock Slider Pete off or pick.
We will have the 140.1 if anyone else has something to say about it.
Oh, he's done a 139.
139.
9.5. That's going to be hard for him, hard for anyone to beat. How's Glosnick getting on? Glosnick managing. What did Glosnick do? A 141 dead. So there you go. Simon Trent, Matt 2 and Racing, Slider Pete, and then Glosnick in 4th. S2 Dog, great result in 5th. Felix Brown-Photo 7th. It's a great result for him. But as expected, Simon Trent on pole. He's that level of consistency that he just seems to be displaying on every lap I've seen him do now. He seems to be living in the 139s. But I think Matt will be pretty happy with that time. A sub 140 is a good time for him.
And that is your qualifying. Looks like the first 3 positions aren't too far off.
It's interesting to see how the first lap goes, first couple of corners as well. Got all of them pop-up headlights. It is very close between the top 3, isn't it? Glosnick slightly off the pace, 8/10 back.
They're all if Glosnick can get a nice clean getaway here, he may be able to compete, get up there, mix it up with the top 3.
Slider Pete had a poor start in his first race. Let's see, he's got another poor start. S2 Dog launched himself off the line.
That looks like he's neck and neck.
He is neck and neck with Simon. He's got the outside line. Glosnick up into 3rd already. No drama, I don't think. Glosnick got
clear into 1st.
Glosnick going to try and go around the outside. He's going to try and get him on the cutback. Druid's nice and tidy as well. No real drama going on there. Glosnick going to try and do Matt and Racing on the Matt 2 and Racing running very wide. Slider Pete and Glosnick look like the neck and neck as well. What's happened there? Glosnick was all over Matt 2 and Racing, and now we've lost out to Slider Pete. S2 Dog doing really well.
Trying to shove him off.
Kind of in. I bet they'll be regretting that decision now. Glosnick trying to see if he can make a move on Slider Pete coming down straight. Oh, he's clipped the grass a little bit, but he should be okay. Maybe neck and neck. Got the outside, so Slider Pete should take this unless Glosnick's going to try and do a cutback. Straight, not quite long enough. Oh, we got a little bit of action at the back of the pack. Where have we gone?
Felix Brown is spinning off.
Looked to be a little bit of a moment. We watch the replay.
Maybe looked a little bit of grass.
That's all it needs yet. Oh. See Bamsey going a little bit too
grass
slow.
Is tricky here.
It really is. I think that was C Bamsey clipping the grass and a little bit spinning out, and then Felix Brown-Photo unfortunately he has terrible luck with these races. He was doing really well. He did a really good qualifying up into 7th, and then just happened to slam into somebody on the start. I think he's just spun out again as well.
Lost to 4th.
Matt 2 and Racing holding 2nd. Slider Pete all over the back of him though. Oh, he's so close. Yeah, he was sat a little bit sideways there.
Got a nice line out of.
Matt 2 and Racing just about having enough exit speed to block the door on Slider Pete. Simon Trent is walking away with this one now by the looks of it.
9 and 6, it looks like S2 Dogs being held up by the gas. They may be going neck. Oh man, they're gonna go neck and neck to Hawthorne.
Where are we looking?
Gas cuts in front. Fifth and sixth.
Looks like a good battle for fifth actually. Klosnik just about keeping up with the pace of the top three. Oh, he's had a little bit of a moment there, he did well to save it. A little bit touch and go as to whether or not he's going to catch that one.
You can take plenty of herb on this track, it's the grass that makes it kills you.
It is, yeah.
Just one blade of grass and you're spinning.
That's probably because in Britain, where this track is obviously located, it would be soaking wet even on a sunny day, because it always rains here. Simon Trent now with nearly a 4-second lead over MR2 Racing. He'd be nice and comfortable, just be putting in laps now, racking them up. With 6 laps to go, I don't think he's going to have any issues.
A lot of people still all over.
MR2 Racing having a great little battle with Slider Pete. Oh, Slider Pete looking like he's going to try and do him on the inside. I think Slider Pete's got the pace on him. I just think MR2 Racing's defending really well.
Klosnik doing what he can to keep up.
Yeah, I think Klosnik will be enjoying the fact that MR2 Racing and Slider Pete are battling, slowing themselves down. I mean, I know Simon's benefiting from it. He's now well over 4 seconds in front. Obviously, battling for position is going to seriously slow your time down. Klosnik will just be waiting for a mistake from either of them by the looks of it.
Absolutely, especially in a track like this where there's only really one line that you can take.
Yeah.
It's not like Fuji, it's not like Monza. You
Take
can
whatever line we...
move around a little bit.
Yeah. Battle for 5th and 6th still looking good. I think 7th and 8th looking heated as well. That might end up being a more interesting race to watch at the minute. The front lot seem to be disappearing from the rest. Close between MR2 Racing and Slider Pete.
Down in 5th and 6th, looks like S2 Dog still being held up by the gas.
I think he is.
Following him closely.
Slider Pete still all over the back of MR2 Racing.
Doing a really good job. Being patient, hopefully he can close the gap and find a good passing opportunity.
Yeah. Klosnik dropping slightly further back, 2.5 seconds back now. Simon Trent 5 seconds in the lead. MR2 Racing seems to have given himself a little bit of a breathing space between him and Slider Pete. Slider Pete now 7/10 behind him. Where's Klosnik?
Previously, Slider Pete had a slightly faster lap. They were almost identical. Slider Pete just faster by a 10 previously.
Oh, Slider Pete and MR2 Racing look like he's had a moment there. He's going to lose out of position. Let's have a look, see if we can get that back on a replay. What's going on there?
Rubbing all the way to the front straight.
MR2 Racing on a weird line, breaking way too early on the replay. It looks like... I don't know what... It's MR2 Racing just about... He's defending so hard, trying to keep Slider Pete at bay. I think he just broke a bit too early onto the final corner, and it just gave Slider Pete that little opportunity to have a sniff. Slider Pete is again all over the back of him.
Well, like you said, it's a really risky place to pass. Turn 1, Paddock Hill. It's downhill, and I believe it's off camber, so you get that braking point just wrong, you're both going off.
You and Simon know that all too well after the last race day. It's such a tricky
really
corner to get right. Yeah, I bet, yeah.
But yeah, it's really tricky. There's only one way to go down, and if you're too early or too late, you're either looking at the infield or you're out in the sand.
S2 Dog now just about a second off the pace of Gaz 9. I think they've probably just settled comfortably into those positions now. Look at the back 7th and 8th, still quite close. About a second in it again. Oh, Sonic's just spun out and Craig has benefited from that. That's what we were saying about that grass again, just a little bit slippy on the exit. Sonic, as he comes round, he's just caught a little bit of grass in the exit, I think. Yeah, just enough to just spin you, and once you've gone then there's just no catching it there. It's a very fast corner to lose out on. It's unfortunate for Sonic. Renegade Spud closed the gap on massively. Battle for second still heating up with only 3 laps to go. Just under 6 seconds, 6 minutes to go on the timer. I think we had 9 laps in on the last one, so probably about 3 laps to go in this race. MR2 Racing doing really well to still hold. Slider Pete at bay. Slider Pete, is he trying to be patient and make a move on the last couple of laps?
Just taking a 10th out of every section.
He's consistently on pace. Starting to think, is MR2 Racing holding him up?
Not doing good in pulling him off.
A little bit sideways there.
Slider Pete has a good drive out of here, maybe we'll get him in the next corner.
Ooh, it's going to be tight.
Still neck and neck. Rod over his bumper.
Such a tricky corner to try and get an overtake done into the first bend. MR2 Racing a little bit sideways, lost a little bit of momentum.
5 feet going, same exact way.
Yeah, going to try and do him on the cutback. Not quite.
Everyone else is pretty spread out. Blocking Silver in the 4th.
Yeah.
But he's maintaining his pace, followed by the Gaz and the 5th.
Oh! Oh, I would watch him that view. Slider Pete getting a little bit too sideways there. Entrance, sorry. He's just caught the grass under heavy braking. Staying true to his name, going lovely sideways. That'll help Glosnick close the gap a little bit. And give MR2 Racing a little bit of breathing space. It's unfortunate. Slider Pete was literally everywhere.
If Matt can be pretty consistent here and not make any errors, he should have 7th place.
Yeah. I'm not sure there's enough time for Slider to speak.
Turns up the next lap too.
Yeah, I'm not sure he's got enough time to close it back.
MR2 into the dirt. Managed to keep it back on.
Curse of the commentator.
Just nicked the grass.
MR2 Racing did well in that little moment there to keep it in straight line, keep it on the track. It's so easy to spin out in that.
Yeah, luckily it was dirt, not grass. Unfortunately, the Slider Pete just happened to hit the outside and out.
Oh, Slider Pete gone, has he?
Yeah.
Oh, not quite caught it.
It was at
what a shame.
Machines.
So that should ease MR2 Racing into 2nd place and Glosnick taking 3rd more than likely. So without the pressure look, MR2 Racing has just done a purple first sector. Is Felix Brown photo going to get in the way? No, shouldn't be no problem there. Glosnick 3 seconds behind, MR2 Racing. I think Glosnick is comfortable now with third. He'll be pretty happy with the podium after the race that he's had so far. Such a shame for Slider Pete to be back down in 6th place after a mistake. It's so easy to happen. Like you say, just clip the grass on the outside, ruin your lap completely, and then subsequently ruin your race. Simon Trent comfortably up in 1st place, doing 139, 139, 139, low 140, 139, low 140. It's just comfortable.
If Slider Pete can at least get one position back. Currently racing with one.
That's a big point to try and claim back after he was doing well, battling for 2nd place. Oh, he's gone again.
Oh, Slider Pete.
Same place again.
Corner. It's got him.
He's going to lose another place.
It's a really
as well.
tricky corner because it invites you. You don't. It's you go over a crest. You don't really see the apex.
He's lost 2 places, and Sonic is closing in on him as well. That is a shame. But second lap in a row, he's done the same corner. Sonic closing down on him as well.
Yeah, at the end of Sheen, it starts to cut into the right a little bit, so you think that you have a nice exit, but it still keeps turning. It's almost like one bend and a smaller bend to trick you.
And I think now everybody's pretty much spaced out with 5 or 10 seconds between everybody now. It's
1 more minute.
I think unless if we've got any more incidents, I expect this to be the finish of the race now. Simon Trent's like he's going for a 10th lap. I'm not sure he'll get it though. Be close, he'll be about 5 seconds short.
Yeah, he might be able to get that in.
I think he might have to do a 136 if he's going to try and get it in.
Oh. No, it looks like it's too close.
He's nearly there though.
Yeah,
nearly
there.
I think if anybody was able to try and get it, it was going to be Simon. He got a clear run from the start. He's got a 12-second lead. I think as he comes over the finish line, I think this is going to be... Yeah, this is it. Final lap. As he comes over the finish line to take home a comfortable win. MR2 Racing looking like he's comfortably going to take 2nd place. After defending really, really well against Slider Pete for pretty much the majority of the race. And then Glosnick bringing home 3rd place. I'm sure he'll be happy with that. As he flashes his lights over the line, Gaz 9 getting 4th. That's a great result for the Gaz 9. Craig Rev 1 getting 5th, followed by S2 Dog in 6th.
Good job, guys.
Yeah, some good racing from all of those guys, to be fair. Renegade Spud doing well, getting 7th. It's just a case of how far down Slider Pete has ended up now. Sonic claiming 8. So he's claiming 8th. He spun out. Is Busby going to claim 8th on the line? He is. Oh, Sonic's had a mare there. What's he doing? Last corner.
Just gave it up.
He did. Looks like he stopped concentrating. Slider Pete coming home in 10th. That's really unfortunate for him as he slides across the line. Van Guardian 11th and C Bamsey I think taking home 12th, and then if we got Felix Brown, I think he's invisible again. He did this the other week. He's on the track somewhere, but I can't see him, so he's finished. He's done. I think he got a DNF on that one.
Sonic with a message saying he had a massive lag. That may have been what done him.
Great race by Simon again. Good result for MR2 Racing. He'll be happy with that after defending for so many laps. Let's have a little look at the race results again. So yeah, Simon with a comfortable nearly 12-second victory and getting in the fastest lap of 139.4. MR2 Racing doing really well to defend against Slider Pete pretty much the whole race, claiming 2nd. Glosnick following Slider Pete numerous slides, has benefited from getting a podium position. Gaz9, Craig Rev1, S2 Dog, Renegade Spud, Buzzbee, Sonic, and then Slider Pete all the way back down in 10th. Van Guardian, C Bamsey, and then I think finished up by Felix Brown Photo, who unfortunately qualified in 7th. Is really well to get up and do a 7th place qualifying. I think he had a little bit of a moment with C Bamsey, I think it was, who span out in front of him and he just bumped off of him, and then that pretty much set the tone for the rest of his race, unfortunately for him. Be good to speak to Matt to him racing after, if he can join the lobby again, and see what his thoughts are on Slider Pete throughout that race.
Let's see what's going on.
Oh, Slider Pete's comment, my race turned to star, star, star. I wonder what that's supposed to say. I'll have a guess.
Nothing friendly, according to Gran Turismo. I feel bad for Slider Pete. He had really good pace. He was all over.
He was.
Him racing, and at points he was faster and just happened to get caught off twice in the same corner.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate. I mean, he did well to, I think, did he go down to 6th, I think, after his first incident, and then following lap did the same thing again. Unfortunate for him.